Hello, everyone. So we are getting to the part of the course where you are going to have to start using SPSS. So I will have a series of videos throughout the rest of the course that walks you through the exercises that you will see in your book. It'll also tell you how to get on to the virtual desktop so you can access SPSS. So that's what this first video is to show you how to get onto the virtual desktop. So the first thing you need to do is go to xavier.edu. And so this is this web page here. Sorry if on the video this seems a little jumpy. It's a pretty smooth video if you're viewing it on your computer, but through Zoom when it's recording it, it's a little jumpy. So the first thing you're going to do is once you go to xavier.edu is click on the search bar or the little magnifying glass and type in virtual desktop. And once you do that, you will see a series of web results that come up. What you're going to do is go to that first one that says Technology Services Off-Campus Access, Technology Services, and click on that. And then you will see, it doesn't matter that this says faculty and staff, you're fine. You'll see two kind of headings that talk about the virtual desktop and about the VPN. So the first thing you're going to do is click on this connecting to the virtual desktop. Once you collect on the virtual desktop, what you're going to do is go to how do I log into the virtual desktop? And you will see there's this aspect in red that says starting in summer of 2024. So since we're past summer of 2024, you have to do this. So what we need to do from now on to access the virtual desktop or the virtual PC environment on Xavier's campus is that you have to go through and make this Global Protect VPN client on your computer. So you will click here. This will show you how to set up the Global Protect VPN client. So I'm not going to go through all of that because it won't let me since I've already set this up before. But if you go through, you will see how it has everything set up with the basic setup where you click this link where it says vpn.xavier.edu. You install this. It talks about when not to use the VPN, so don't use the VPN if you're on campus. But you will go through and you will set up this Global Protect VPN on your computer and just follow these guidelines. If you have any issues, feel free to call Xavier IT. I believe there might be their um, information on the aspect when you go to set up Global Protect, but if not, you can kind of go back to that search bar and put, Xavier IT help. Once you do that and it's all set up, before you get on the VPN, we'll just kind of go back here. Before you go to the VPN, what you need to do is go in and put Global Protect because that'll be now on your computer. And if you pop that up, you will see that it's disconnected. All you'll want to do is go ahead and connect that. So it'll be connected. That'll say that you're being redirected to an embedded browser. You'll come in here. You'll put in your Xavier password. It'll do the dual authentication. So make sure you have your cell phone or whatever ready in front of you so you can authenticate and get in. And then it'll say that you are connected to this Global Protect. Once you're connected to this Global Protect, you're going to come back, you're going to follow these same instructions. So again, going to xavier.edu, going to that magnifying glass, putting in virtual desktop, clicking that link to get to virtual desktop. And then now you'll see from any web browser, click to the connection server at virtualpc.xavier.edu. So you're going to click that to get on. What you'll have to do is you will see this screen. Go ahead and put in your username and your password. So that is just what your username as password is for all your email and Canvas and everything that you have on Xavier's campus and click login. And then you're going to want to click this where it says online lab. So go ahead and click online lab. Sometimes this takes a little bit to show up. But one thing I want to talk about when we are discussing this right now is anything that you do on the virtual desktop is not saved once you close out of it. So it is really important when you're working on the virtual desktop that you either email yourself anything that you've been working on or have a jump drive and try to save it to a jump drive with anything that you're working on because it does not save once you do that. So basically, once you go through here, you see it's a kind of a web browser within your web browser, which can get kind of confusing. But if you ever get confused, go up here, make sure you're on this VMware Horizon, and that's your web browser. Um, what you're going to want to do here, and this is how you're going to access the data sets, is go ahead and get on to the whatever web browser of your choice. I always use Firefox, and go ahead and go to um, Xavier's Canvas page. I always just type in Canvas Xavier and it kicks me over. And then it kicks me into here. I go through and I sign up. So again, what you'll do is you'll have to sign in through Xavier. You have to enter your password. It still will ask you if you want to save stuff. Sometimes it kicks in. So my website looks a little different than yours because I have a faculty view. So you can see I'm going to grade some things that you guys have due. So a couple people have turned in their discussion boards and their modules, but go ahead and go to criminal justice research and planning. And then what you will do, and again, mine looks a little differently because I'm doing this as a faculty member, but go ahead and go to your modules. And the first module that you guys will use SPSS in is module 5. So go ahead and when you see module 5, you'll open that up. And then you will scroll down. So this should look similar. There's PowerPoint presentations. There's a handout that helps you there. Some of this is going to change a little bit, but I want to show you where you can see that I have videos in there that'll walk you through everything. But when you get here to access the quiz data set, this is what we're going to want to start working with. So you have to be in the virtual desktop in order for this to work. So whether you're using the quiz data set or whether you're going to be using the data set that comes from your book, you have to go to this virtual desktop first. So to show you the quiz data set, if you're in the virtual desktop, you should be able to just, oops, I've opened this a couple times now. You can see that it opens up. I clicked on it, it opens up here. If you double click it, you will see this emblem come up. This is SPSS that's loading. Now this can take a little bit. When you look at my discussions, when you look at or my videos and the SPSS aspects of the class, you're going to see that I've used an older version in the videos. That doesn't matter. All the point and click aspect of SPSS is going to be exactly the same. So don't get tripped up if you see a different number or whatnot. So all of that is going to be exactly the same. And so we'll just wait a couple seconds as that opens. And you will see where it says IBM SPSS statistics. So it's just loading. Again, this takes a while. And now you will see that you have access to SPSS. Again, I can't stress this enough. Any work that you do that you want to save, make sure you email it to yourself through that virtual desktop. So go through, Firefox or Chrome, whatever you use. From that virtual desktop, log into your Xavier email, Gmail, whatever email you use, and you can save. You can attach a file from the virtual desktop to your email or use a jump drive. But that's how you opened up data sets that you are going to use throughout the course. So if you have any questions about this, just let me know. But this is what you're going to do for modules 5, 6, 7, and 8. I highly recommend, and I will say this in an email to you, that you do this very early on. So like on Monday of module 5 to make sure you don't have any issues logging on when you go to do the data set and when you go to work through the workbook. And of course, if you have any issues at all whatsoever, feel free to email me or we can set up a Teams call if we need to, and I will walk through this with you and try to get you set up. So that's it for now. I hope you have a great day and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Have a good one.